Winnie Harlow, welcome to Call Her Daddy.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. Sorry, I'm losing my voice.
No, I just said I'm like a sultry, raspy voice for a podcast.
Well, hello.
Should we do
this
a little
is Call Her Daddy. We're here.
little ASMR?
Yeah, a little
with Winnie Harlow.
vibing.
I'm sorry, but we have to get right into it. You just walked in here and I'm blinded by your hand. You just got engaged. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Tell me the story. I need to know like how he did it, how it happened. Tell me everything.
It's so funny because I'm telling the story, but like I was the last one to know about it.
Oh my God.
Everyone, like, on my whole team was like, did you not realize that we've been avoiding you for the past 2 weeks? I was like, no, I was none the wiser. It was so cute. Kyle told me that he wanted to go to Turks for Valentine's Day. And I was like, that is so cute. It's like my favorite place other than Jamaica because I'm Jamaican. But we went. I got super sick.
Classic.
I got
so romantic.
Super sick. And I feel like everyone was like super scared. Like, is this going to ruin the trip? Kyle was like, don't worry. Once this goes down, she will forget she's completely sick. And rightfully so. He was so right. This whole trip was incredible. I got ready. I took a shower in the morning and he came into the bathroom. He was like, but you look good. And I was like, thank you. Because this is going to be a good trip. We're going to have a great time. He was like, yeah, we're going to have a great time. This is going to be a great trip.
My God. Because when I remember when I got engaged, I was similar to you where like everyone around me was like, knew every detail to the point where like my husband flew my friends out and my family out. Like everyone was there and
Isn't
I had
that
no
so
clue.
beautiful?
It's so beautiful to know that, I don't know, I feel like when you become an adult, there's little moments where you actually feel like you get surprised in life and you actually are enjoying like people coming together and doing something special for you, because when you're an adult, it's like you're getting the niece and nephews or your kids the presents for the holiday. Like it's just not as magical in moments.
Sure.
And when you have the people in your life come together to like make this fun moment that's so grand, you're
I'm
like
always a part, like I'm sure you are a part of like the planning of everything. So it was like,
yes,
I can't believe you guys pulled this off, and not only pulled it off, but pulled it off as if I was a part of the planning. Everything was so perfect that I would have thought I was a part of.
but you're like, I would have picked that, I would have picked that,
Everything.
Wait, can you give us like how he actually physically did it? Call Her Daddy is brought to you by Lululemon. Daddy gang, we all know that having a good workout fit makes the workout so much better. In my opinion, it is make or break. Okay, there is nothing worse than when you're trying to do squats in a pair of leggings that are slipping down, or even worse, they're see-through. Okay, this is why I'm so happy that I have the Lululemon Glow Up Tight. The fit, it's snug. I like it. It's above the hips, super stretchy through the legs. It's all working out and you feel secure and ready to crush a workout. So maybe you're hitting the gym. Maybe you're on a walk. Maybe you're on a walk with your dogs, aka me. The Glow Up Tight, it's sleek, it's smooth, and it's super comfortable. I have been wearing these tights literally everywhere. I have multiple pairs. I actually just wore this on a date night with Matt the other night. Threw on a little oversized sweater, felt gorgeous. When I look good, I feel good, and these tights give me that confidence. Don't hold back. Visit your local Lululemon store or shop online at lululemon.com to get your glow up tights. Can you give us like how he actually physically did it?
So we went, we were getting on the plane to go to the trip.
Okay.
And he opened the door and it was decorated to the nines. And I was like, this is so cute for Valentine's Day. Like, babe, like, stop. I already like started watering up,
Right.
but it was like, okay, stop, like get it together. He wants to read me a poem that he wrote. And so Kyle just got traded from the Wizards to Milwaukee. And we were joking, you know, he's like, I'm going off to work now, you know, I'll see you soon. Can't wait for you to come to Milwaukee. I was like, write me a love letter. My sergeant, send me a love letter. And it was just a joke, you know, but he took that and wrote me a love letter to propose. It was the cutest ever. I was like tearing up, crying, but crying just because it was so cute. I still had no idea.
So first you're like, he decks out this plane. You're on this gorgeous PJ.
Yes.
You're like, okay, my man is like really spoiling me.
Yes.
Then he's reading you a goddamn love letter. And you're like, I am so in love with you.
Yes.
Like already you're happy. You're ready to go.
Exactly.
You're like, I'm good.
This is going to be a great trip. Like, absolutely. This is going to be an amazing Valentine's Day.
But it's around Valentine's Day. So you're already just feeling
it's the
like
day before.
Okay, so it's like romantic. You're feeling the vibes.
Mm-hmm.
And then how does he pop the question?
So at the end of the poem, the way he wrote it, it was like as if he was going to say, will you be my Valentine? And it was, will you be my wife? And literally like just went into shock. I was already crying and just flooded with tears at that point. And he pulled out the box, got out on one knee, and I was like, yes. I don't even need to see it. I don't even need to see it. Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, first of all, that is so fucking cute. And were you guys alone or was your family around you?
We were alone. So apparently he wanted to do it in Turks with the family and everything. And just last minute, he changed his mind and was like, guys, I'm doing it on the plane. And our moms were so mad. Like, tell him he has to do it here. He has to be here. We need to see it. How could he? And he was like, y'all, go enjoy the beach.
Right.
Have a good old time. Y'all are in Turks and Caicos. Have a great time. I'm doing it the way I want. And I love that he did that. It was so beautiful, so romantic. It was just him and I. And then, surprise, everyone was in Turks. I had no clue as well.
Oh, so you had no clue that you were about to land. So you thought you were going to have this like weekend getaway with your fiance and then you land and it's like your mom and everyone is there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so special.
My mom, my dad, my sister, his mom, like literally everyone was there. I screamed.
Okay, I am now convinced because I feel like we have a lot of overlapping in our engagement stories.
I'm hearing
like,
that too.
Okay, yeah. Because now I'm like really vibing with this and I'm like, if any man still watches Call Her Daddy or whatever woman is forcing you to watch the show, take notes because I think the concept of having an alone moment with your partner and having like the privacy and intimacy of an alone moment, like he made the right decision by you guys got to have that time alone, a couple hours on your own. And then once it sinks in, then you want to be with the people you love most. That is like the perfect combination.
Perfect.
Because then I'm sure like how I felt in that moment, I'd love to hear how you felt on the plane ride was like, Matt did it at our house. And it was so romantic. And I was in such shock that I kept being like, I've got to call my mom. I've got to call my mom and dad. And he was like, we'll call them in a minute. Let's have some champagne, babe. Like, and I was like, you're right. Okay, right. You're like, I need to tell my parents. And then I'm like, did you ask my parents? And he was like, yes. And I'm like, no. He's like, I promise they said yes. And like, I'm going through all of this. So he's trying to calm me down. So in hindsight, I'm like, poor Matt is like, bitch, they're already fucking waiting for you. Like, just enjoy the moment alone with me. But it then allowed me to like, have an intimate kiss, like hug each other, talk about it, ask him the detailed questions of how he came up with this and give him kind of like the credit he deserves.
100%.
And then let the family
Because like how much pressure? Like it's so much pressure. I big them up, like incredible. He did such a good job. Funny enough, like even my nails, my nail tech is actually from LA and I used to live here. And I moved to DC with him and I've been like missing my nail tech because like,
oh my God.
I mean,
of course,
we love our nail techs. And he messaged me, my nail tech, to be like, hey, I have family in DC. My cousin's birthday is tomorrow. So I'm flying out there. Do you need your nails and like lashes done? I was like, oh, babe, guess what? Loy is coming out here.
Just a coincidence.
Such an amazing coincidence. You know, I've been missing him. And he was like, that's insane. Why is he out here? I was like, apparently he has family. I don't know.
And Kyle actually set the whole thing up? No. Okay. That's actually, I'm going to hype your man up for a second.
Yeah, babe.
That is next level shit to be like, I'm going to think about my girl's nails to the point where I am going to fly out her nail tech, the trusted person that does her nails, so she feels so gorgeous. Okay, Kyle, well, now you're just like making everyone look bad.
Nuts.
Holy shit, that's so nice. And then you look down, you're like,
okay, so I'm in the car on the way to the plane And he was like, you were so annoying in the car. It was hilarious. I just kept looking. So he gave me this bracelet for Valentine's Day. So I'm like, none the wiser. Like, I already got my Valentine's Day gift the day before. Like, we're on our way to our trip. And I'm like looking at my bracelet and my hands and my nails. And I'm like, babe, like the hand pics, like at the beach, like it's going to be so nice. In his head, he's like, yeah, it is.
It's like, yeah, you even know.
You don't even know.
Okay. So I want to hear though about the ring, because I feel like this is just like such fun girl stuff that like some people grow up wanting it, some people don't, but when it happens, it's so beautiful and it's such a moment that you like can cherish forever. The ring it's so stunning.
Thank you.
There's not words, but can you tell us, like, did you talk about engagement? And if you did you give him ideas of what you wanted as a ring? Or is this like full surprise he did this on his own?
So we've been talking about engagement for the past year.
Okay.
But just like we started doing like marriage counseling and you know, just talking about our future and like how many kids we want, all that type of stuff. Like, where would you want to get married? Like, just communicating, you know, like I think it's so important to be able to learn good communication before you even take that step. And so, you know, I had sent him like some rings that I had been saving for years. Like, I look back on my phone and it's like 2015. I have like pictures of rings that like, now my idea of what I wanted to has evolved. But just the idea of it being like classic and fairy tale like was my, you know, thought process on it. And I feel like he executed incredibly. Like, this looks nothing like anything that I've ever shown him. But that was, I also try to make that very clear. Like, this is not, I'm showing you this because I want this ring. I want whatever you create, because he's also super creative.
Okay, that is like, I agree. I think, listen, there's going to be girls out there where it's like, for the love of God, do not let your man pick the ring if your life depends on it, because he can't even like put two of the same colored socks on in the morning. He's going to pick a horrible ring. And I love the girls that are like, so this is it.
Yeah.
It's on hold over there.
Yeah.
And then I do appreciate also like the other side of it where like you're saying like you had a vision lightly, but you let him run with it.
100%.
It's so stunning.
He took like 3 months to design and make it with the jeweler. And it was so funny, like him talking to me about it and like why he did different things. Like he was like, I thought about doing like diamonds around it, but I thought it won't be comfortable for her to wear. And I was like hitting my leg. I was like, yeah, you're so right. Like, I don't even feel anything. You're so like all the other rings. I'm like, oh my gosh, yeah.
Right.
I can like,
feel the same way.
Yeah, hurt
right?
somebody like shaking their hand or something. It's so like well thought out.
The attention to detail.
Exactly.
And then for the rest of the weekend in Turks, like what would you say with your family and your friends and now your fiance? Like what was your favorite moment of the like weekend proposal moments?
Like after the proposal?
Yeah.
Because I was like,
you're like that. But then once you got there with your family?
I think the surprise that everyone was there.
Did you sob?
Sob. I fell to my knees.
Wait,
like,
when did you know they were there?
We arrived and he was just showing me like it was all decorated and like we had flowers and pictures pinned up of us over the years. It was so beautiful. And we walked out to like the backyard area and the DJ just dropped music and everyone was like, surprise. It was incredible.
Those moments where you're like, no, I thought that this was enough. And now this, like, you've got to be
more
kidding me.
and more and more and more. I couldn't, like, each moment was such a surprise. And I was so happy that, like, I'm not that type of person who wants to figure it out.
Yeah.
So I'm so happy I was, like, none the wiser to anything.
It's so beautiful. And I love engagement stories. But I want to rewind because from what I've read, Kyle had to shoot his shot twice with you. Like you would, at one point, you wouldn't even give this man the time of day. I'm like, this is so lovely. I'm like, Winnie, this is pure love.
Well, let's start from the beginning.
Yeah, you basically ghosted this fucking man. What happened? What was going on?
No, so I met him. I actually originally met him at Fashion Week.
Okay.
Briefly, I was entering a party and he was leaving the party, and it was these like. I think like 2 or 3 tall guys who were leaving a fashion party. It was like Harper's Bazaar icons or something.
Yeah.
And he was like, yo, so where's the after party? And I didn't really look at them. So I was like, I don't know. And I looked, I was like, oh, they're tall. Oh, he's kind of cute. But whatever, you know, like we're walking to the party and I turned back and I was like, DM me. Because like he must know who I am if he's like, you know, trying to see
Right.
where I'm going.
Right.
So I was like, oh, DM me. And then I guess he DM'd me, but I never seen it. You know how like Instagram's kind of like tricky, like they'll put it into like another,
Yeah,
like,
you got to work for that shit.
so I just didn't see it. And
do you know what he said?
I don't actually.
Okay, we need to fucking
Like,
scroll back up at
all the
some
way
point.
back.
Yeah.
I don't remember what he said, but a year later during the pandemic, I was living in New York and he lived in LA. He was playing for the Lakers. And I just signed to Puma as an ambassador, and he was signed to Puma at the time. So he posted me to say congratulations on like me getting my Puma, like welcome to the Puma family.
Like on his story?
On his story.
Oh my, that's kind of like flirty.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, cute, but I didn't see it as well.
Winnie, you're like, I am never on my phone, or I just was not meant for a little bit to see this man.
You know what? It makes it even sweeter because it's like, it was meant to be.
Truly.
It was meant to be.
Swerving this man left and right, and finally.
Not on purpose. Not on purpose. But when I saw it, it was 24 hours after, and you know what? The story is gone.
Oh, it just says mentioned, and you're like,
what was that? I was sick. I was like, I don't even know what he posted. Like, was it cute? Like, what?
Right, like this man that I don't really know, like he just posted me on his fucking story, and it's not like,
cute.
and it's not like this is not something that's going to be seen by people. You both have followings where it's like, what is this man?
What was that? Right.
Okay.
So I DM'd him and I was like, hey, what was that? And he was like, oh, I was just congratulating you on like your Puma deal. I was like, oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Sweet.
And obviously in the pandemic, we have nothing to do. So I was like, cool. Like, so what have you been up to in the pandemic? You know, whatever, small talk. And we were messaging back and forth for a bit, but it was like I would message and then like 5 hours would pass and I wouldn't realize that he responded. Yeah. And then I would see it. And it was just like 3 days of like small talk.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, you know what? I'm not really super good at DMs. Like, here's my number. Text me. And so? Yeah, then we texted for like a few days and then he started FaceTiming me and he was like super sweet. He would like have an interview to do, you know, like everybody was doing that whole like Zoom interview stuff.
Yes.
And he had an interview to do. He was like, hey, I have like some work to do. I'll call you back in an hour. And I was like, yeah, okay, cool. Like, you're gonna call me back in an hour. An hour. Literally called me back. And I was like, a man of his word.
We love this.
We love this.
Wow. And so it just naturally progressed. That's like, girl, we have like this, we're so in simpatico with this. I'm like, I met my man like literally online on Zoom.
When did you meet
FaceTime.
him?
So we had like a random meeting that my agent was having me meet like with like TV and movie producers just to see if like I would ever want to do something in that space. And he was like my last Zoom of the day. And I always joke to him because I had these like men that were like fucking 60.
Right.
Not that there's anything wrong with you.
Yeah.
But they were like 60 and I'm like in my hoodie, I'm like looking not that cute. And then the last Zoom of the day he was late. So I like Googled him and I was like, wait, he's fucking young and hot. What the hell? I'm like putting my fucking lip liner, I'm overlining my lips, I'm pushing my tits up. I get on the Zoom, I'm like, hello. Hey. And he was just so cute and charming, but also like not overly like, oh my God, I want to be in business with the Call Her Daddy girl. So I kind of loved it that he wasn't giving me too much of the time of day. Right. And then we ended up talking and then I flew to LA and met him. And
when was this?
This was in 2020. You lived in New York, right?
Yeah.
And Kyle lived in LA.
Yeah.
I lived in New York and Matt lived in LA and we met in the pandemic online.
My days.
No, and then
what is this synergy?
No, it's weird. I'm telling you, that's why I was so excited to talk to you today because then seeing your engagement, I was like, girl, we have too much in common right now.
Crazy.
Can I ask you though, like when you started to talk to Kyle, were you looking for a relationship? Like when was your last relationship prior to him?
Probably like 2 years prior.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't looking for a relationship, but like, I think it was just, I like to like talk to someone who's serious.
Yep.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
So I do have that in mind. Like I did have that in mind when I was like, you know, talking to people, but it was just, you know, friendly conversation at first and like good conversation then too, which was beautiful. And it was a pandemic. So we had so much time to get to know each other.
Yeah.
And I feel like that was such a blessing as well.
Were you at all like, you're an athlete, I don't know about athletes. Like, were you at all nervous? Because I feel like some girls are like, you go in and you're like, oh, here we go again. And he seems, obviously, he's amazing. But like, did you have any preconceived notions?
I feel like I did, like, once upon a time when I was like in my early 20s, like, I would never date an athlete. Like, too much. But when it did happen, it was kind of like, not really a thought. It was like, cool, you know what? Like, it's good conversation. And even if we just become friends, like, that's cool too, you know?
It's cute.
Yeah.
Talk to me about the pros and cons of being in a long distance relationship at first, because I have so many women write into me being like, what do I do? And like, what was your experience with it? Did you ever get annoyed? Was it good because it was COVID that you were like fine with it?
Yeah. I mean, I think because I didn't know him, it was cool, but we talked for like a month straight. And it got to the point where like we were like falling asleep on the phone and like waking up on the phone. And I remember the first time I like was like, okay, cool. We went on FaceTime for a minute. Like I need to take off my makeup. Like
that is like a big
put
moment.
my phone down. I was like washing my face and he was just right there on the phone. I was like, listen, I love this too much. Like I'm in my house. I can't go nowhere. Like I need to unglam. And from then we would just be like on the phone nonstop. And I feel like we talked for a month straight.
Okay.
And then he was like, you got to come to LA.
Yeah.
So we were long distance getting to know each other, but that was cool. And then I went to LA not knowing when I was coming back because it's also, again, a pandemic. So there's nothing for us to do. And it was kind of like, I would say like he's like Superman. He rescued me from the pandemic because I was by myself.
So did you end up moving in the pandemic?
I did.
Okay, so
But you know what? The thing is,
we both gave up.
I always wanted to live in LA.
Interesting.
So right before the pandemic, I was already looking at houses.
Oh, okay. So that was in your future.
Yeah, it wasn't my future, but it got like cut because the pandemic hit. I had to go back home. And then it was kind of like, what do I do? Do I like go home to Toronto and stay with my family? Do I like stay here?
Okay, you need to talk to me though about the weird part of social media is, yes, you saw this man one time coming out of a club quickly and like barely, you just notice his height. You're not like really focused on him. You meet him in person basically for the first time. And even though you guys have been talking, like, were you nervous at all? Like physically?
So nervous.
Like you've never like kissed this man.
Literally. Like my stomach hurts when I get nervous. I was like actually literally shitting bricks. Like I was so nervous. And then he came out to like help with my luggage and stuff and he had no shirt on. It was like hot in LA and I was like, I'm already nervous. No. Like, please. Oh my days.
Like please. Because you're like, I thought a lot about that of like, when you're telling this story, I'm like, as much as you're sharing, which is a weird, beautiful thing, I do think when people give people shit of like, meeting online and I wish I met them romantically in a bar and whatever. It's like there is something so gorgeous I felt with my husband of we did the same thing where we're like FaceTiming we're like COVID couples where it's like you're FaceTiming every night, you're talking. We were getting so much deeper than maybe we would have been if we were just like out for drinks in LA and having like 1 hour dinners.
And everything happens for a reason too.
Right? But then you're like, now let's see if we physically connect. And I like, you had the feeling.
Yeah.
But still, do you remember the first time that you were like, oh my God, okay, like we're going to like kiss and make out? Like, was it immediate or did you guys wait to like physically connect?
It was immediate. It was definitely immediate. But I feel like I remember we would like play like 21 questions and stuff, like get to know each other on the phone. And then it felt like we were running out of questions, like how long we were staying on the phone. So I started like ordering games that were like 21 questions for like new questions, which was so much fun too. Cause I was like, I would have never thought about this.
Right.
But we felt like we knew each other so well by that point. Like we literally were on the phone like 12 hours straight, like every day,
so
no
cute.
hang-ups. We would like watch movies and like be like, okay, on the count of 3, press play. 1, 2, 3. Is it aligned? Perfect. Okay, cool.
That is adorable. Call Her Daddy is brought to you by Airbnb. Daddy Gang, I am planning a girls trip currently, and I am so excited because we just booked the perfect Airbnb. I wanted to find a home with 1, a fireplace, 2, a hot tub to just make sure we have the cozy vibes. And then I also wanted it to be dog friendly so that Henry and Bruce obviously can come along and hang out with the girls. I personally love getting a house for girls trips because there is obviously it gives you more space to just stretch out and relax, but also then everyone can have their own beds. And also I want to correct everyone except for me and Lauren, because Lauren and I will always be sleeping in the same bed, slumber party vibes. But having a home for a girls trip means that we can cook dinner all together, and then at night we can stay up late night chatting. It's just nice knowing that we have the whole space to ourselves and a little bit of privacy. I also love staying at Airbnb because when I go to weddings with friends, I've started to do this now. We just get an Airbnb and it means we can all hang out more. I remember I went to my friend Jackie's wedding and we all would come back to our Airbnb after the rehearsal dinner. We sat around. We were catching up for hours. We were literally up till like 3 a.m. And then the morning of Jackie's wedding was perfect because that meant we were able to all go downstairs, make our coffee, and get ready together, which is 10 times better than just like being in a room by yourself. Weekends with my friends just go by obviously so fast now that we're adults. We don't get to see each other as much. So I never want to separate from them. For me, Airbnb is the best way to bring long-distance friends together and maximize the time that we have. There are so many reasons I love Airbnb, so stay tuned to hear about all of the upcoming trips that I am planning for this year. What is your ideal night out? Like, tell me about your social life. Like, if you have your choice and you're going out somewhere, like, what are you doing? What are you eating? What's your vibe?
I like going to restaurants, but I feel like I'm such a like movie, like inside, like let's like just be in like chill lounge clothes and like watch a movie and like vibe.
Do you drink?
Yeah.
What's your go-to drink? Cocktail? Wine? Yeah.
I'll like mix something if I'm just getting something on the menu. I love a lychee martini with extra lychees. I like a martini. I like an espresso martini.
I like on my espresso martini rate. I'm like, it's so good.
I like sweet drinks.
Yeah. Okay.
But I do like a dirty martini as well. Oddly, like I love olives.
Okay. When you're drunk, are you the life of the party? Are you the person like Irish exiting, or are you the drunk crier? Or like, who are you in your friend group?
I'm like life of the party and like talker. Like I love to communicate. It's like all the inhibitions are down. It's like, I love you so much. Like you don't understand. Like
I feel like
you're the baddest. Like period.
I feel like I'd run into you in a bathroom at a party in LA and we would be doing this, but like more annoying. Be like, no, Winnie.
No, but you don't get it.
But you're so gorgeous. No, that's so girl coded. You're just like, shut up. And we're like,
shut up. No,
but
you
it's so
shut
fun.
up.
That's literally Matt is always like, what could you guys have been talking about? And I'm like, what do you mean?
What do you mean?
There's so much to discuss.
Yeah.
Oh my God. You get it. Okay. You're one of the most famous supermodels in the world. So I want to play a quick game just to like catch your vibe.
Let's do it.
I'm going to give you a crazy modeling scenario and you're going to tell me if you would book it or you would back out of the gig.
Okay.
Pose in a live snake pit.
How many snakes?
Oh, see me, I'd be like, don't even. So you're down.
Yeah.
What's the craziest like modeling thing you've done for like safety?
I'm not really scared of snakes. Like I did for Halloween one year. So a lot of fans would tell me that I remind them of Chitara. I don't know if you know that cartoon.
Yeah.
So I just leaned into it. I did it for Halloween, but I had like a whole jungle set up. So I got like snakes to come and like I was holding the snakes. There was this big, what's like the yellow snake?
Python?
It's a python, right?
Something?
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
I was like, it's either a python or a boa constrictor. I don't know.
Something. But you did one of those big things.
I had the big like yellow Britney Spears snake. I had a few little ones.
Okay, so you're down for this shit. This is good to know.
Yeah. Anything for the shot, honestly. So
I respect it.
Yeah.
Would you do a shoot with an ex-boyfriend? As she looks down at her ring.
My man. Yeah, no. No. I feel like also everything is communication too. So like now, if it was like a Dior campaign, I don't have any control and whatever. It's just like, babe, this is a situation, whatever. I feel like we're also very understanding too. And that's a part of our careers, you know? Like you may come across someone, whatever, as long as like we're aware, you know?
Yes, you're not being like shady and not talking about it. If it's like upfront and it's going to really help your career, I agree.
For sure.
Boom.
Yeah.
Get your nipples pierced for the shoot.
I don't know. I actually always wanted my nipples pierced.
Okay.
But like the pain, like I feel like those are one of the piercings that don't heal very quickly.
I love girls that do it, but I could never do that.
Yeah.
I am such a little bitch with pain. I would be like, I couldn't. I just could never.
I love the aesthetic though.
Oh my God. Like a little like
So
white
cute.
t-shirt and you see, I'm like, girl,
Absolutely.
you're crushing.
Love the aesthetic.
I couldn't.
But I don't know. I feel like also, I mean, shoot, if I was doing it for the shoot, I could take it out and it would heal. I don't know. I don't know about that one.
Okay, do a month-long shoot somewhere like in Antarctica or something crazy, but you have to be gone for a month.
Antarctica. Now, like, can we change it to like
Barbados?
Bahamas? Yeah, like, I would though. I would. Like,
You would
if
go for
there
a
was like a
month.
film that like I was like super into and I got the role, it'd be
Okay.
like, have to.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
Okay, you were once on America's Next Top Model. Can you describe your experience in 3 words?
I would say unique, surprising, and is this one word? Stepping stone?
Oh, that's good. No,
Yeah.
that's a good
Yeah.
word. Have you ever watched your season back?
Long time ago.
Okay.
Long time ago. Because it was like 10 years, like damn near a decade ago.
Since America's Next Top Model ended, obviously, so many people have come out and just been like, they didn't have the best experience. And some people were like, this was a traumatic experience for me. Like, what was your take in your experience?
I would say I love that every job that I've had in my career has led me to the point that I'm at now. And so I wouldn't change anything in my life in general because I'm so happy, and anything that could have changed would not have led me here.
It's a great point. No, I feel like that's like the weirdest part of life is like I look back at certain things. People always ask me about like my first job that I had or an experience that I had that like maybe even if it was like considered in people's mind like more negative in the public eye, like I feel like I have now grown so much where I actually can genuinely say I have perspective.
Right.
And when you're so close to something, you don't. And so even if in the moment you could say this is amazing or negative or whatever, then once you get like 10 years down the line, even 5 years down the line, you're like, whoa, I am so grateful for what that taught me.
Absolutely.
Because then like, what else are we
Absolutely.
going to do? Like whatever it is, like the energy then like festers in a capacity where
sure.
like you don't grow.
It's the energy that you put into it as well, you
Totally.
know? And I feel like anything that happens, like I was 18 when I was on the show.
That's what I was going to say. You're 18, then you're done the show like 19. Like,
Right.
did you ever struggle with confidence like as a whole as a teenager? Obviously going on that type of show, I think people think like these are the most beautiful women in the world. Like, oh my gosh, to be a model, you must have such confidence. Like, what were you going through?
I feel like you can have an off day any day. Like it doesn't matter how old you are or how young you are. Like sometimes I might be breaking out or, you know, whatever the case is. And like, I'm like, okay, cool. Like this is a for now thing.
Yeah.
Like, but you're still that girl. Don't worry about it.
That's such a good point of like, I look back when I was in high school, let's say, compared to now, even using acne as an example, struggled with acne so much in high school and was like, this is the end of the world. Now when I'm like struggling with acne, I'm like, I don't care anymore. But again, I think that's fair to say because you're just at a different stage in your life where you know how to handle things better.
Yeah,
of like,
I think when you're
feeling
younger
insecure.
too, you focus so much on other people's opinions, you know? And I think once I learned that and once I even acknowledged that a lot of my insecurities were coming from the opinions of other people, I was like, why do I actually care about what you think about me? Like, I care about what I think about me. And like, I care if I think I'm a good person, if I'm a beautiful person, all those things. That's what really matters. So I think that's like, when people ask me about like, how are you so confident? It's like, because I focus on my opinion of myself. And that's not to say like, if someone says something, it can't be hurtful.
Yeah.
But it's like the ability to let it roll off your back. Sometimes, you know, it's not
always
nobody's
easy.
perfect
Totally.
for sure, but the ability to let it roll off your back and let your own opinion stand foremost is That's the key, I feel.
Period. Can we talk about your early dating life? What was your first romantic relationship like?
My first ever
Yeah.
was in like elementary school.
Okay, but like your first yeah, no, fuck him. No,
Like so cute.
it's adorable.
So adorable.
But the first one that you were like, oh, I'm like in love.
Yeah.
And this is like a real thing.
I feel like I don't see nobody. Like, I don't see nobody.
Really?
Yes, I don't see nobody. And also, I feel like being in such a serious relationship, it also allows you to like realize when you're so young and you feel like, oh my God, heartbreak, I'm so in love. Like, you don't even know what love is.
What has set your relationship up like with Kyle, like apart from the previous relationships you've had? Because I do want to say I agree with you that like in the moment, and it doesn't take away from anyone experiencing it right now, but like when you feel so like lost and why doesn't he do this or that, like you're not in the right relationship and it's so hard to see it. But then once you do find the right one, you're like,
if he
Alex,
wanted to, he would.
Like,
if he wanted to, he would.
And it's like, then you like almost laugh at yourself, but it takes finding the right example to then be like, oh my God, what was I thinking?
It's all an experience, you know,
Yeah,
like it's all a
point.
life experience. And it's also helping to teach you what you are looking for. Because unless you know, have experiences, you won't know.
Were you always, when you were dating, like very straight up, or were you ever a little like coy playing games? Like,
I feel like I've always been straight up, but I've also always been like a little like nervous.
yes, that's
you know?
fair. What is the biggest red flag you've ever ignored?
Ooh. The biggest red flag I've ever ignored is my mom saying no.
Such a good one.
Yeah.
No.
Like, I don't see it. Like, fuck. Let me be. No, Mama, you right. You right.
It's so hard when you're in it, when your mom says that, because you're like, no, like you just don't get it. Like you don't understand him, Mom.
Like, girl, no, listen to your mom.
Yeah,
listen to your mom.
So true. But like, it's so hard in that moment because you're trying to express your individuality. And a lot of times when we have our first young relationships, you're trying to separate yourself from when your parents were like, you're not allowed to go out or you're not allowed. So it's like, you're like, I want to make my own decisions independent of you. But then at some point you go back and you're like, wait, Mom, why didn't you tell me? And she's like, what are you talking? I've been telling you for a year, Alex. That man is a walking red flag. And I'm like, really? You said that? I don't remember that. No, that is so, What?
You said that?
That's so humbling when they just stare at you and you're like, it's over. And they're like, finally. And you're like, Mom. You and Kyle both have such intense careers. Can you talk about how you guys prioritize making time together? Because it's such a simple concept, but it is very hard when you have crazy schedules. Like, how do you make it work?
Communication. It's so like corny to say, but like it literally is that. Without communication, like how do you know where that person's going to be? Like, he's on my schedule, I'm on his schedule, but then also it's helpful that the NBA has a schedule that is, you know, there. So I'll plan things like around his schedule sometimes, and then he'll check my schedule to be like, okay, cool. I actually see that I'm playing here and you're going to be there for work. So it's all communication.
And I think like I said that the other day, someone said something about like, how do, like with Matt, and I'm like, we communicate. And I'm like, oh my God, you're right. Like, it sounds so simple, but again, when I look back at previous partners that I had, it so isn't simple. Yeah. Because some people make it impossible. Communication is hard. Right?
Yeah.
And it sounds easy, but like everyone listening, you've been
the key.
there.
It's not easy though. It's definitely not easy. It's the key, but it's hard, especially getting to know someone. And then like people have their own feelings about different things, like, like their own traumas from the past, like so many different things. Like, everybody's so different.
But you know what I'm like thinking about when we're talking too, which is like the pros of how our relationship started with the men that we're with, is like Matt and I, and it seems like you and Kyle did this, where it was like the amount of conversations we had on FaceTime where we naturally wouldn't have probably been talking that long and extensively had we been in the same area, because it would be like, oh, our friends are all going to the dinner, or we're all going out tonight, and oh, we're going to sleep, or we're watching the movie. Like the amount of conversations we've had, it kind of just became this like prerequisite in our relationship that set us up for like we don't how to not communicate. Like
Right.
that is literally what we started our relationship off of. So
I think that's so
right?
much different though. Like I agree with that, but I think it's different when it becomes like you guys are together.
Yep.
And then also like he ended up getting traded to Washington, and so I was still in LA when he was in Washington at first, and like even like our lives change so much too, and so our communication has to evolve.
That's a good point.
And so like that is even a part of like why I wanted to go to marriage counseling, because I think it's better to create a good foundation than have to go and find a counselor when things are at a bad place, you know? Like I want to be able to have the tools to work through all the obstacles that are going to come in life. Like whatever relationship, whether it's with your parents, with your friends, there's always going to be obstacles in life, but being able to have those tools of how to navigate and even understand each other deeper.
Totally. Like,
you know?
You saying this also, Winnie, I appreciate, because I was talking about this with my friend. She had gone into couples therapy, and she was like, why do I feel this like weird shame around admitting that I'm in couples therapy? And I was like, but yet it's so normalized.
I love it. I say it to everyone.
Right?
I love it. I love
You're like,
it.
I'm in marriage counseling. Let's go. But
and I think it's also like that stigma too is why I like talking about it, because I enjoy it so much.
Yeah.
I'm like, I hate that nobody talks about it because it's so necessary. Like you want to understand your partner. You want to be able to communicate with your partner. And sometimes it is difficult, but learning the tools is like the first step.
And I think you normalizing like you can be going to therapy to even better yourself. It's not always because something's wrong 100%. And in crisis mode. It's the same thing when you're in therapy for yourself. Like I've gotten to the point where when I'm talking to my therapist, I'm like, I don't really have much going on today, but like I'm happy. Like let's dive into like other stuff that like maybe I can work on that's not at the forefront of my brain. It's like we can always evolve. We can always get better. But when people think about couples therapy, they're like, what's wrong? And you're like, nothing. We're literally just trying to be as solid as we can be as we enter these next stages of life together.
For sure.
I love that conversation. Just like normalizing it.
Yeah.
So Daddy Gang, if you're going to couples therapy, don't let people fucking judge you.
Kudos to you.
Okay. Have you guys ever gone through a lull like physically because of your schedules, and how do you guys come back together and like make time to physically connect and be present with each other?
Call Her Daddy is brought to you by Peacock Original The Traitors. Keep your kilts on, Daddy Gang. The Traitors season finale is almost here. The Emmy-winning competition series is having a wild season on Peacock. The Traitors are at each other's throats thanks to some keen intel from our boy Dylan Efron, and the faithfuls are closing in. Meanwhile, TV's best dressed host, Alan Cumming, has kept his guests running with increasingly difficult missions. Will it be the traitors or the faithful who take the cash? You don't want to miss any of the new remaining episodes of The Traitors, streaming only on Peacock.
Have you guys ever gone through a lull like physically because of your schedules, and how do you guys come back together and like make time to physically connect and be present with each other?
I think we actually like just recently had that conversation. Like sometimes I'll be traveling and he'll be working, and I'll come back and he's in work mode, you know? And that was one of the things that we learned through couples therapy is like when, say he leaves and comes back, or I leave and come back, like making those moments and times to like reconnect whenever we come back together is so important, because like I could come back from like a 2-week trip and then he's like in his schedule, like focused, you know, like he works out at a certain time. He wakes up at a certain time. He goes to the arena, all that stuff. He's like locked and loaded. And then it's like, hey, I'm back, you know, like, but making that important. You know, when he comes back home, it's like super important. Like I want the house to be nice and clean. I want to like that movie that we talked about last week, like have it lined up, you know, like all those things that just kind of bring that connection back together is so important.
It's so hard to like every time someone asks me, I'm like, I would be lying if I said, and I think, again, this is why this conversation is so healthy to have, of like, I would be lying if I said that Matt and I, throughout our relationship, have not had to have multiple check-ins being like, we need
and you
to
always will.
We need to
as
reconnect.
well.
Always.
You always will.
But if you don't, and I think if anything, I would ask people that are in relationships to check in with yourself to be like, when is the last time you and your partner were like, hey, we need to either one, we need to make sure we have more quality time. We need to two, we need to make sure we're more physical, like we haven't connected, whatever it is for your personal relationship, resetting in moments, because we get so fucking busy and like
Absolutely.
we don't even have kids yet.
Yeah.
And we're both working. So I'm like, I don't know. So I just think it's normal to say. And again, I think because of social media, people are like, everything is perfect. And it's like, yeah, I love Matt, and we're married and he's the best
Nothing is
husband ever.
perfect.
But like, we got to make sure that we're on the same
Except
page.
for our engagements.
Yeah.
Those were perfect.
Perfect.
But nothing in life is perfect.
Okay, we're going to play a game. I'm going to list some scenarios and you're going to tell me if it's a turn off or a turn on. He's heavy on the PDA.
If he knows how to kiss, turn on.
Okay. He makes a special playlist for sex.
Absolute turn on. Love that.
Love. He gives you a hickey.
Where?
I was about to say, depends where. I don't need no shit on my neck, but like,
right.
you know.
Right.
Okay, he waits for you to initiate sex.
It depends. Like, you know, we could take turns.
I agree.
We could take turns.
I think if it's like he's always waiting, it's like the same thing where it's like you need to reciprocate. But I think it's in moments it's
balance.
Hot. If yeah. He sends you nudes while you're at work.
At work is a bit much, but like late at night, cute. I need to lock in.
I agree.
I need to lock in.
I agree. He wants to have phone sex.
Hey, what she want, daddy?
Okay, wait. Phone sex or FaceTime sex?
What she want, daddy? Call her daddy.
I fucking love you. I'm dead. Okay, he doesn't manscape. Oh, you're like down. I love this.
Or.
Okay, he's very vocal during sex.
Love.
I don't need a mute ass bitch. Like,
love.
Pipe it up.
Pipe it up. Yeah, love.
Okay, he loves sex with the lights on.
I mean, it's not what I prefer, but
I like a vibe. Like, I am not trying to fuck when it's like this light. Well, actually, I guess this lighting would be like hot.
This
is
like cute, but
there's
like
cameras and everything. You're like,
but
oh,
like candles or like,
yes. Like I don't want it to be pitch black where you're like, you can't see me and I can't see you because that's what.
Sometimes that's fun too, though, because like,
oh, I agree.
I feel like your other senses are like more heightened.
That is such a good point because I never do that. But I forget what Matt and I were doing, but there was a reason it was pitch black and we we're like, it's kind of hot.
Yeah.
But I don't want that every time.
Right.
And again, if it's bright.
Again, balance.
Like natural daylight, kind of hot, but it's like, yeah. Okay, balance. He lasts for an hour before he comes.
I feel like every experience is different. So.
I think an hour for me, I'd be like, babe, come on.
Every experience is different.
When he's like, actually, I'm down for 4 hours and count me the fuck in.
Every experience is different.
He wants to watch porn together.
Hot.
So hot.
Yeah.
Very hot. Okay, let's talk about your brand, K-Skin. Can you talk to me? Like, I know that you started it after getting a very bad sunburn on a job, but like, what has been the most rewarding part of starting your own brand?
The most rewarding thing for me about K-Skin is realizing that there was something in the market that was missing for me, and knowing that if it's missing for me, it has to be missing for a lot of people, and finding the fix for that problem and then seeing people enjoy it. That, like, for me, SPF has always been so important in my life. I have vitiligo, which means that I don't have melanin in certain areas of my skin. And so I don't even tan here. I just will burn. And so SPF has always been super, like, I've been religious with wearing sunscreen, but I hated wearing it. It was never a fun experience. Like, left a white cast on my white skin or my brown skin, was sticky, just didn't look good. And I remember that shoot that I burnt, I went without SPF because no one on set wanted me to put it on because it wasn't looking good on camera. And I was like, that shouldn't be a thing. Like, you shouldn't forego something that is like healthy, like for your safety, just because it doesn't look good. So I wanted to fix that problem and make SPF that you wanted to wear that looked good on all skin tones. Like, remember, when I rub something into my skin, it got to work on both skin tones. So like, got to work for white people, got to work for Black people. I need it to work on all skin tones, types, conditions.
I mean, I feel like that's when people feel like the best brands that people create are when you're actually filling something that like you personally need. Like, I feel like it's obvious when you see people in the market where it's like, that was just because someone told them to do it, rather than it's like, oh, this is something you're living and breathing and you needed, and you can feel that through your brand, which is incredible.
Thank you so much.
Of course. What is your best skincare tip that you can share with the girlies watching?
I would say never skip your SPF.
Yep.
I think that's so important.
I need to get better. Like,
don't worry, I'm gonna stock you up.
Do you put it
skip
on?
your SPF?
No, I know. I just try not to go outside. But still. Okay, I saw someone recently post on TikTok, and they were like, "What fucking step are we putting it on if you're doing a full beat?"
Okay,
tell me.
Got you.
Tell me.
You're gonna do your skincare.
Okay.
And then you're going to do your primer.
Okay.
And then you're going to do your SPF. SPF is the last step in your skincare routine before you do your makeup.
So we're doing primer and then...
Also, I don't use primer because I love the feel of my SPF, especially like depending on what finish I want. If I want like a dewy beat, I'm going to go for I'll Glow because she get like that's the islands in a bottle. She gives that good glowy skin
That's what
tone.
I like. Yeah.
Right. But if you're a matte girly and you want like that full beat, I would go for the mineral drops from K-Skin because that gives like a more natural skin-like feel and leaves that like the makeup's gonna grip, you know?
This is the information we needed, okay?
So yeah, all your skincare, whatever serums, all that. And usually you should actually use more of your serums at night. But I like to really like layer my products.
Same.
And then I will finish my skincare, let that sink in, do my SPF, let that sink in, and then
that's like the biggest step that's changed my life recently is like I used to be like boom, 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 boom. Then I'm like, what's happening? It's like I now like will do my first primary skincare and then I go and get my coffee.
Yep.
Then I come back.
It has to simmer in the spirit.
Right? It
you know?
literally needs to like sink in.
Absolutely.
And then we needed you.
Don't worry, I got you, girl.
Yeah, this is good. You got rejected at one point from a job at Sephora and now K-Skin is literally sold there. What full circle did that mean to you when you found out that your product would be in Sephora?
It was actually so nuts to me because I'm such a skincare junkie. Like that was like a dream job at the time. Like I was like, wait, I'm gonna get a discount? Like, what you mean? Like, I really want that job. And I wanted to learn more about like skincare and makeup too at that time. So I really did want that job, but you know, I didn't get it. It is what it is.
Yeah.
To see it on the shelves then, and I'm such a fan of Sephora as well. Like,
it's Sephora.
The skincare junkie in me never left. Like,
what girl isn't like Sephora? Sephora.
Absolutely.
Love.
So
it's amazing.
That was a dream come true. And Sephora has been such an incredible partner to work with as well.
Last question. What do you wish more people knew about you?
I feel like I have such a green thumb. I'm so like fascinated with plants. I don't know if that's not really like something that I want people to know about me, but like it's an interesting like thing that I'm super obsessed with. And I'm like, I should talk about this more. Like,
you're like, I like plants.
Every time I like meet someone or like become friends with someone and I realize like they're like super obsessed with plants, it becomes a thing. Like I have plant apps. Like I have to have I don't even water my plants like once a week. I water them based off of like, I'll stick my finger in, I'll feel the soil. Like I have my gauges.
Oh, you're in touch.
I'm in it. Like I love plants. I talk to my plants, name my plants. I love plants.
Period.
I had plants growing up and my grandmother had an incredible garden and she used to grow so much of the food that we would eat from like tomatoes to zucchini to pumpkin, like everything. And I feel like my grandmother really gave me a green thumb. So I'm kind of obsessed.
I just have to say thank you so much for coming on. That was so fun to sit down with you
Thank you.
again, like every time.
This was so much fun.
It was, because I feel like we may meet at some point, like at like a party in LA or whatever, but to get to sit down, we have so much in common, and especially like our recent lives. And it was so incredible to sit down with you and get to know you more today. And I'm happy that my audience is going to get to know you more too.
Thank you.
And
me too.
Congratulations again. I like keep being like, look at her eyes, but I'm like, oh my God, that rock is so fucking
Thank you.
gorgeous.
No, I really appreciate it. It's like a big chapter in our lives. And I feel like getting all the like blessings and the congratulations and everything, it does mean so much to me, because like it's a beautiful, like I know you know exactly what I'm saying. Like it's a beautiful, beautiful moment, and
it's amazing.
I'm over the moon.
Love. We did it. Thank you.
Thank you.
What is up, Daddy Gang? It is your founding father, Alex Cooper, with Call Her Daddy.
Renee Rapp, welcome back to Call Her Daddy.
Thank you.
It has been 582 days since you last sat with me on this show.
Has it actually?
I had someone else do the math, so like,
Oh my God.
but I think
amazing.
it's important to highlight.
No, I believe it.
582 days since I last saw you, right?
I know. I haven't seen you since then.
That's so inappropriate.
I just watch you through the internet.
Me too. I'm just like, go girl, go.
No, I'm like, you're getting married, so am I. I'm like, this is awesome.
No, I was getting married while you were going through a breakup. Maybe.
Needed that.
Perfect.
Needed. I was like, things are gonna work out, right?
Nope. How would you describe that version of yourself back then in 3 words?
Oh my God, I was so eager. I was so I really, really, really wanted okay, this is not 3 words. I really wanted everyone to like me so badly. And I also I think I was just so green. I was so green. I just like was like, I think what people had perceived of me like not caring or not giving a fuck was actually just me being so absolutely thrilled. And I was like, everything is amazing. This is awesome. And then like reality kind of sets in and you're like, wait, this shit kind of sucks. You're like, wait, life kind of hits you in the ass.
Dude, it's crazy even hearing you say that, because I remember our interview, like I felt your excitement, but I also could feel you understandably going through that hard moment where you're like, I want to be taken seriously as a singer, but everyone knows me as a fucking actress.
Yes.
And like, how do I bridge this gap? And so it was
100%.
like this energy that you were trying to shift, which is fucking hard to do.
So hard. And also like I think there's which you will understand this 100%. There's such an adjustment to, what a pick me thing to say, but there's such an adjustment to like having cameras on you in your conversations and in your like personal life in a way. It just inherently is an adjustment. Like, you don't, cause I don't know. Maybe I don't know. You tell me how you feel about this, but I was like, I am truly just doing what I would be doing and talking how I would be talking, except for being filmed or doing something or putting it out there, putting it in a song, putting it in whatever. And then to like see it back is really kind of confusing, because then you start to perceive yourself in a way that like other people perceive you. However, you'll never be able to see yourself how other people see you. I
relate 100% because this isn't natural.
Right.
We're going to talk differently, understandably, if we're at my fucking house with no cameras on.
Completely.
Not that we're being fake. It's just different.
No, I'm just like, I'm getting canceled if we're talking without cameras on. Do you know what I'm saying?
100%.
Right.
How much media training have you gotten since I last saw you?
Bro, none. I feel like people have tried. I feel like it's, you know, I will never forget when I lived in my first house that I lived in LA. I lived in Burbank, and I was like, oh my God, I have like a home. I was renting, but it was like it felt like my home, which like it is, but I'd only lived in an apartment. So I was like, oh my God, I'm like a homeowner. And I was like, I was sat on the phone with like a publicist from maybe the PR company I was working with at the time. I honestly don't remember. And I remember like understanding that they were trying to kind of coach me into like what to say and what not to say. And it was kind of like the second I realized it, I like totally just like tapped out. And I was like, oh, I'm really uninterested in hearing this. Not that they were doing anything wrong or their intentions were wrong. I was just like, I'm not going to regurgitate what you just said to me.
But I feel like that's like a lot of times the turning point for artists, which is not their fault, but you get all these people in your ear and then you're like, oh, is this what it takes to make it? Like, is this the steps I need to take in order to be liked and in order to become like one of the biggest stars in the world? And the fact that that moment, probably one of the biggest first moments where people were trying to shape you into this person, you're like, no.
I was just like, wait, like I understand, but that's not what I will be doing.
But I think that's why people are loving you, because you're very unfiltered. You talk about how you like dress kind of according to how gay you're feeling.
Correct.
Talk to me about how you picked this outfit.
Today, this outfit is coming from probably like a 6.5, I would say, on a scale of 0 to gay. And I don't know. Recently I've been wearing heels. I used to never wear heels and now I love a heel. Now I'm like, give me some fucking height. I don't know.
We get an email and your team was like, we have like 10 plus people we're going to bring.
Right.
Classic, Renee, Entourage.
Of course.
When and where is last time you went somewhere alone?
Okay. You have to go here alone.
Okay.
Well, I didn't go alone. I rode in the car with people, but then I had to go alone.
Where?
The last thing was the Academy Gala, and I was so fucking freaked out because I was like, I am literally going to split myself vagina to tip of head. I was like, this is going to be so terrible, but I made it. And I was like, stood like in the like carpet line, and everybody, of course, is like chit-chatting, and I was like, oh my God, I'm just going to end it all right now. This is just the worst. And then I just spent the whole time on the phone because I was way too anxious and I got nervous. I think people perceive me as being very confident and hanging out and like can talk to anybody. Literally not at all. I'm like shaking like a whore in church.
And that's the last time you ever went anywhere alone ever again in your life. That's when Regina George died.
No, and that's when Regina George died. It's like it was the only thing I could talk about for the first like fucking 45 minutes being inside. Like I swear to God, I like every single person that I saw, I was like, oh my God, like how are you? I had to come here by myself. And they're like, yeah, so did I. And I was like, woo, you okay? And they're like, yeah, like it's definitely weird, but like I'm okay. They're like, it's like an hour ago at this point. And I was like, yeah, no, totally. I'm over it.
You get home, you're sobbing.
No, I'm like having a fucking panic attack.
You're shaking.
No amount of a beta blocker could have prepared me for that.
Nothing. Okay. Do you remember who you brought to the studio 2 years ago?
I brought a girlfriend of mine 2 years ago.
And when I was thinking about it,
yeah,
I'm pretty sure there was like, you were not publicly out fully yet with her. And people saw her in the back of some of our videos we took together.
Yes.
And it was like a light, soft launch where people were like, wait, it's definitely her with her. Like, oh my gosh, they're definitely together.
Yes. Yes.
And it was so crazy because like seeing you basically 2 years later, that moment, I remember how like giddy in love you were.
Dude.
Sorry, is your girlfriend like in the green room? Hi,
no,
honey.
she's
1 second, we're getting to you.
She's got a sprained ankle at home.
Perfect.
She's immobile, actually. I hit her crutches, so she won't be leaving the house.
You're like, you are not leaving. Sit down, especially you're not coming to call her daddy.
Yeah, so like, hang on.
I remember you were like giddy and in love, and it was like the beginning stages.
Absolutely.
Puppy love. It was very cute.
Absolutely.
Talk to me about what happened.
I ended up, after that kind of year of my life, just being like, I am really unhappy. And I think that, first of all, I do believe that everything serves its purpose.
Yeah.
I like fully believe every relationship, every friendship, like I'm a big, like everything happens for a reason. All good. I think that there were like a lot of people in my life, particularly in that year. And I think also kind of when you're like coming up and starting to like be, perceived by larger amounts of people, do more things that is exciting, your job can kind of become, you will understand this deeply, your job becomes a playground to everybody else. And for you, it's your work. And don't get me wrong, there are parts of it that are so fucking exciting, and we're so fortunate to work in something that can be like so jokes and so fucking fun. But my whole life kind of became a playground for a lot of people, and I stopped seeing my friends. I stopped having fun. And I was like, damn, I have to make like a lot of like massive life changes. And so almost fall of 2023, like really late summer, I started to I crashed out, and I was like, yo, I have to be boundaried in some way in my life. Like, I have to start protecting myself from being used. I have to start protecting myself from overexposing myself. I have to stop like letting people bring their friends, aunts, best friends, like side fucking bitch to the concert. Like, why am I doing that? Like, I was just like, damn, like I just realized that I became a jungle gym for everybody to have fun. And that is so isolating and sad. It sucked. It sucked so bad.
And did you break up with them, or did they break up with you?
It was like pretty amicable.
So is this not the relationship that you wrote about in this new album, Miss Renee?
It is, but it's on only on certain songs. This album is like a conglomerate of my current relationship, my past relationship, the relationship that I was in before that I don't even know if you could consider a relationship, about like some of my friends. It's like we were talking about this the other day, and I was like going through it, and I was like, wow, like there are so many different people, or I guess experiences on this album that are even like half and half put together in some songs. No matter how like shit that relationship was, I remember just being like, damn, that's a place I never want to get to again.
All right, Daddy Gang, this is an ad by BetterHelp. I have had such a busy year so far, and lately I've been wanting to take some time to reflect and just check in on my mental health. I have been really interested in exploring different forms of therapy, so I've been doing a lot of research into what technique might be best for me to try next. But as amazing as the internet is for finding resources, I have also found that the information overload, it can sometimes make me feel even more anxious. Like there's so much advice right at your fingertips, and it can quickly go from being helpful to extremely overwhelming. I feel like there's a trendy solution for everything these days. You can take a cold plunge, do a gratitude journal, like do a screen detox. Everyone on the internet has an opinion on what you should be doing, and it can honestly become a struggle to know what the right course of action should be for you. But that is where BetterHelp comes in. BetterHelp offers trusted resources and live therapists to get you personal recommendations that help break through the online noise. With over 30,000 therapists worldwide, BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy platform, having served over 5 million people globally. Plus, BetterHelp is extremely convenient, right? You can join a session with a therapist at the click of a button. You don't need to leave your home. And also, if you are not vibing with a therapist, you can switch at any time. I always say therapy is kind of like dating. You don't have to just stay with someone. You can always break up with them and find someone new. So as the largest online therapy provider in the world, BetterHelp can provide access to mental health professionals with a diverse variety of expertise. Talk it out with BetterHelp. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/daddy. That's betterhelp.com/daddy. Daddy Gang, hi, it's me. Call Her Daddy is brought to you by Shopify. Okay. Growing unwell, I will say, has been so incredible, but it also has been such a huge learning curve for me. I can tell you from experience that starting a business can be without a doubt completely overwhelming, which is why it is so crucial to work smarter, not harder. Luckily for any entrepreneurs out there listening to Call Her Daddy, the commerce platform Shopify is taking the guesswork out of launching and scaling a business. Daddy Gang, Shopify keeps everything in my business organized and in one place, which has been truly a game changer for me in being able to stay on top of all of the little details. One of my favorite Shopify features is their suite of AI tools, which basically assist in everything from giving directions, streamlining reports, and even generating content ideas. Shopify basically operates as your back office. They're offsetting needs for a larger staff so that you can basically be doing your thing while they're overseeing your operations, which can be so huge for anyone doing like an up and coming business. If you have a startup and you're like, it's literally me. No, it's you in Shopify now. Also, Shopify allows you to tag and sell your products globally and across all major platforms so that you can sell where your customers actually are. I also love that I have access with my business through Shopify right on my phone. Like I'm on the go. I want to check my sales. I want to see how my merch is going. Boom. I open Shopify. I can see it right there. And instead of just scrolling social media, I will pop over to Shopify, track how Unwell is doing. And then yes, maybe I'll return to scrolling, but at least I'm being somewhat productive and I'm making my money. The app also shows me where you guys are shopping from, which also helps me figure out what cities I need to focus on. And it also helps me then know like, where should I throw the next Unwell event, right? So finally, can you guys tell I love Shopify? I'm like, also, it's been in my life for so long, literally since the Barstool days when I got my merchandise, IP and trademarks and everything back. I immediately got on Shopify. And the best part for me is it lets me sell merch directly to my Call Her Daddy channel. So everything is in one place for you, the Daddy Gang. If you are ready to build your own empire, whether it is merch, products, or the next big idea, get on shopify.com/daddy and make it happen. That is shopify.com/daddy. Daddy Gang, start your business today. Love you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's put how much you can filter yourself to the test.
Okay, go.
This game is called Confess or Text.
Okay.
This is how it works.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you a juicy, borderline, inappropriate, like slightly like insane question.
Right.
Okay. Just
Okay.
like a little like, Call Her Daddy.
Totally fine.
If you want to answer it, great. We go to the next question.
Okay.
If you don't want to answer it, you can pass and you have to text.
Oh my God, wait, thank you both.
Don't go in the bowls
Oh,
yet.
don't touch them. Okay, thank you
You're
for my
already
phone.
about to start going through.
I was like, wait.
No. You're like, is that candy?
No, I'm like, it's
No.
my fishbowl.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you say, no, I don't want to answer that,
Okay.
you then have to go into the bowls and you're
Yeah.
going to text someone. One, you're going to find out who you're texting.
Okay.
The second bowl, you're going to find out what you're texting them.
Okay.
What is your weirdest kink?
Ice.
What?
Ice.
Ice.
Like ice.
Are you running to the kitchen, grabbing ice?
Fuck yeah.
Perfect.
Absolutely.
Who is the rudest person you've ever met at an award show?
Oh my God, I'm going to text. Oh, I just remembered. Okay, who do I text?
Okay, wait. Go to your fishbowl.
Okay.
What does it say?
Okay, it's Tina Fey. I have to text Tina.
Okay. And now go to the other fishbowl.
She's actually going to love this. I know she's going to love this. I know she'll love it. Okay. I hit someone on my way to call her daddy and I just drove off. Do you think it's fine?
I think that's good for Tina, right?
Love. I feel like she'll love that. I'm going to say, hey, babe, question. I hit someone on my way to call her daddy and just drove off. Do you think it's fine? Or what do you think I should do? I trust you. She's going to be like, what's your problem?
Perfect. Okay, so we'll leave that there for
Okay, love.
Tina. Okay, next question.
Okay.
What is the worst thought that you've ever had during sex?
Oh my God, why are you ugly? You know when you get too close to someone's face and you're realizing that you're so uninterested and you're like, whoa, you just got ugly?
I was thinking like my answer is probably like, I don't want to be here.
Of course. Naturally.
Which is like
Naturally. I mean, I spent years of my life having sex with men, so that is not foreign to me. Or like, why do you have that? Like, what is that?
Get that thing away from me.
Literally get that. If that looks me in the fucking eye one more time, I'm going to shoot you.
Which celebrity has tried to flirt with you that was clearly in a relationship?
Okay, I'm gonna text.
That fucking face.
Woo! I'm gonna text. Okay. All right. This is Cara. I have to text Cara something. Wait, that's so funny. Okay, I have to text Cara. By the way, a new song on my album is about you. ... And I was okay. She'll love this. Okay, this is gonna be so hilarious because my last text to Cara was, "I literally hate being alive. I'm so mad all the time and so sad. I hate being around people. Are you doing okay? I feel so depressed."
Did she answer?
She sent me a slew of
I thought she left you on red. I was like, holy
imagine. She's like, "Fuck you, bitch." No, she sent me a slew of the most like inspirational best texts. This bitch is like my sister. So but I haven't responded to those because she sent them since I got here.
Wait, so you sent these today?
Yeah, of course. Not doing well. I just won't be responding to all of the beauty
Nothing.
And wisdom that my dear friend has just texted me. I'm saying, by the way, a new song on my album is about you. I'm gonna put a winky face.
She's gonna freak out, right?
She's gonna be like, "Do you not care about everything supportive I just texted you?" She's like, "I love you. I'm here for you."
She's like, "Do you still want to die?" And you're like, "No, we're past
I'm like,
it."
no, I'm alive now. I'm alive now. Okay.
By the way. Okay, perfect. Okay, Next. Have you ever made a sex tape?
Yes.
What has been your biggest crash out?
2 days ago.
Or this morning?
This morning. Tomorrow. Really. All the time. I'm constantly in a state of crashing out.
Which older celebrities
Yeah.
have made you hate old people? She's gonna text.
I'm gonna text because I don't want you bitches coming for me because I don't like y'all, so I don't want to hear from you.
Okay, one more text and then we're moving on.
Oh wait, Cara did text me back. Bro, she's so cute. She said in all caps, "What? Which one? Liar." She's like, "Wait, what's going on? Tell me."
Oh my god, wait. Now she's probably gonna be like so sad.
Wait, oh my god, how do I say there's not a song about her?
Oh my god.
Okay, I have to call her after this because she's gonna be like, "You fucking bitch."
Yeah, wait, that's so
Oh my
sad.
God,
I thought it was gonna more like scare someone because obviously the album is about like fuck you vibes.
Of course.
But she's thinking you're like writing like a ballad to her that's like gorgeous and lovely, and like you're saying how much you love her.
Of
and
course.
now you have to actually do the harder thing and be like, no,
Oh my God.
there's no fucking song.
Yeah, what's it called?
Okay, who are you texting?
Yeah, let's see. Kesha. Okay, I can text. Now that's a down ass bitch. I can text her something and she'll get it.
Okay.
Bro, I accidentally said your name during sex last night. I'm overthinking this. What do you think it means? Okay. So she'll love it. She'll be like, "Girl, you're a free spirit." I accidentally said your name during sex last night. What does this mean? I'm overthinking it.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, done. Wait, Cara said, "Hello, I have to know. Is it mean? Is it sexy? Is it fun? Oh my God."
She's spiraling.
She's like, literally, what is it about, bitch?
She's spiraling. Okay, what?
Literally the love of my life. Tina said, I would say stop and just be regular and exchange insurance. But how far are you away now?
Tina Fey, I love you.
Thoughtful.
So thoughtful.
Literally thoughtful.
Wait, that's so fucking sweet.
That is so thoughtful.
That's like the best fucking response someone, because she didn't implicate herself. She's saying to do the right thing, but then also being a homie of like, but how far are you?
She's so responsible.
Okay, close your phone, and then when you get a notification from one of those people, you have to read us the answer.
Okay, perfect. Cool.
Okay, let's talk about your girlfriend, Toa.
Yes.
Sorry, you're at home with your crutches.
I know, poor thing.
But let's talk about her.
Yeah.
What first attracted you to each other?
Well, we were friends for a really long time. And I think like what made me want to be her friend, to be honest, was she's such a talented musician. And there's something about a musician that like I am just so... I like your brain works in a way that I understand. And musicians are always also so like deep, like tortured people that I'm like, we gotta be friends. Like we have to know each other. So I and honestly, I really admired her a lot. Like I was like, she is so smart and just like really naturally good. Like you see like a natural talent and you just kind of know. So I really wanted her. I just like kind of wanted to be in her space and like in her orbit.
Who made the first move?
She would deny this and say that it was me.
But
I feel like it was her.
Why?
Because actually, no. Okay, thinking back, I think in her defense, I'm pretty sure we kind of both decided with each other. We definitely did.
Heavy flirting.
We definitely did. Not even, just kind of, we started to like relax around each other, actually. Like we started to relax around each other. Like I think also because she's really talented and really cool, just to be honest, she was always so intimidating to me. And once I kind of started to relax.
Oh, no. No, who?
Tina, she said, oh my God, I love her so much.
What did she say?
She said, when you say someone, you mean a car, right?
She thinks you hit a person.
She thinks I hit a person. She thinks I hit a small family of 5.
Should we respond? We need to respond to
wait.
like relax her. Just say, I just had to send that. It's a joke on Call Her Daddy. We love you.
Oh my God.
Everyone is alive.
First of all, I'm so sorry. This is such a joke. I'm doing Call Her Daddy. And
I'm not okay.
of a fishbowl.
Call Her Daddy is brought to you by Tinder. Daddy Gang, you know that feeling of finding an amazing hole-in-the-wall restaurant when you're traveling to a foreign city? There is truly nothing better than having the best meal of your life surrounded by locals where nobody knows you're a tourist. Well, with Tinder's help, you can have more moments like that and get a true taste of the local life. Tinder's passport mode can be the best travel companion when you're looking for a local tour guide in any city in the world. Try Tinder Passport globally to connect locally during your travels or even before you start packing, all while making traveling to a new place feel easier. With Tinder's help, add more plans to your itinerary by matching with a local and setting a date to see the city through their eyes. Passport mode is also a great way to help immerse yourself deeper into the culture and have more authentic experiences while traveling. With Passport mode, there's so much to discover. Explore all of the possibilities for yourself. Tinder, it starts with a swipe. Download Tinder today.
Last time we spoke,
Yes.
you told me, quote, I have dated so many people in the same fucking font.
Yeah.
If you went through the roster of 2021, they're all siblings.
Yes.
Does Toa fit the mold?
No.
Really?
No.
Wait, visually?
Visually, personality,
All of it.
everything. No. Like
switched
she's
up.
not to be so insufferably in love, but like she is really one of one. There is like truly, I've never met another person like her. I don't think another person like her exists. Like in every sense of the word. She is like physically so singular. Like she's the most beautiful thing in the whole wide world. She's like so stunning. And it's just subjective. Like we always say, like, we're always like, she's not like, you can be gay, you can be straight, you can be a big, burly, like cis man. Everybody thinks she's hot because she's objectively really fine. She's everybody's type. So like she's got her own thing there. As a person, she is not at all like anyone I've ever dated. She's like so secure and loving and supportive and wants nothing from me except to like love me and be with me. And has been so like thoughtful about that, which I really, really appreciate. And I think she also appreciates too. And she understands because like she's an artist, so she gets it. But yeah, she's just like, she's just so, yeah, she's so one of one. I think everybody else that I've dated has been really, I don't know if the people that I've dated have actually liked me or if they've just like been with me like for fun because it like feels good and it's exciting. Again, like a jungle gym. Like everything is like a fucking play day to everybody.
She doesn't care.
No, she's like, I couldn't give less of a fuck about what you do with all due respect. Being with her has just made me realize how unsupportive the rest of my relationships were.
I mean, you can even just like tell like how calm you are.
Yeah.
You can just tell you're very at ease with her.
Beyond. There's no one I would rather be around or spend my time with.
You guys moved in together.
Mm-hmm.
How did you know you were ready for that?
Like, we were spending so much time together anyway that we were like, why do we pay for 2 separate places? Like, this is so silly. Like, why are we wasting money? And also, I don't know. There's something about like in like gay relationships, it feels very like like roommate-y almost. And I was like, dude, like you gotta be my roommate. Like, what are we on about? Like, this is like, we have to do this.
Okay, wait, do you have a PSA for any lesbians listening of like knowing when is the right time to move in with your partner?
Bitch, I've had people move in with me against my will. So I am not the one to give advice because I can't even control. Oh my God, I can't even control it. Yeah, it's like oh my fucking God. I'd be like, hey, can I have a moment of space? Would that be all right? And it would be met with like, you don't want to be around me, so you hate me. That's really fucked up. Like you just like did it. I'd be like, wait, but like this is my house. Can you please like, can I actually sleep in my own bed, please?
And then you start looking around and all of their stuff is already moved in. You're like, wait, when did we have the conversation
like,
you were moving in?
How did this happen? How did this happen? But Toa and I, we like waited a minute to move in, like over a year to move in with each other because there's a seriousness with which we both took our relationship from the jump and then on. I think because we both knew immediately that we were really going to try and put our best foot forward and be like the best partner for each other because we both really wanted it to work. So I think in taking the time to decide to move in with each other, it actually allowed us to like grow closer because we were so secure in ourselves and in our own decisions that we were able to then do it together. Because like, don't get me wrong, sometimes rushing into things is the way, and sometimes it works. Like sometimes it works and sometimes you know and you run free. But I had just been in a situation where I was like, yo, I have no life. My life is lost. I can't even fucking like wear the outfits I want to wear. Like I'm scared. So I also didn't trust my judgment. I was like, I don't know, but I wanted it to work with her desperately because I was so in love with her. So I think we just like took every precaution.
Dude, that's amazing though.
Yeah.
The fact that you now are able to be like, we live together, it's going amazing. And I did the opposite of everything I've done in previous relationships. I took it so fucking slow that by the time we moved in together, we were like, duh.
Yeah, we were like
it's about
oh my God.
fucking time.
We were like, why are we paying for two places?
Right.
Like,
You're
this is kind of outrageous. I'm like, we're like camping between like cribs. I'm like, this is so stupid, bro. But also I think it was important.
Yeah.
I think it was important.
Random pivot.
Yeah, sure.
Can we talk about some straight men?
Why? Why?
Who? Do you have any straight male friends?
Yeah, I definitely have some and I could count them on one hand.
You're like on one finger, actually.
I'm like, I fuck with my dad.
Okay.
No, I have a few.
Okay. I feel like this is the year for a lot of women of like decentering men from our lives, which is probably a really good thing.
Right. Praise be.
I want to hear your opinion on just like a few.
Go.
Let's start with like a basic, easy layup.
Love.
How do you feel about Brad Pitt?
I'm envisioning something in my mind and I need to make sure that this is Brad Pitt before I start talking. Because if it's not, then I'm not sure.
Renee?
Hang on.
You're lying to my face right now. Stop.
I gotta look it up. I just need to make sure. I just watched a movie. Yes! Oh my God, this is him. Okay. Brad Pitt. Love. Here's why. I love him in Ocean's 11 because I love his style. It's really nice. I like want that closet. He also always has a toothpick, like spoken like a true dyke. I'm like, he looks so fine in that movie. I just watched it with T for the first time. She was like, you gotta get into like some boy movies. I was like, no, I don't. And then she showed me that. I was like, this is kind of nice. I think he looks really good in that movie. So I like him.
He is objectively gorgeous.
That's about all I know, but I really like what I've seen.
Okay. The cheating CEO from the Coldplay concert.
I don't really understand that whole fiasco because I don't really think that's on my side of the internet. Like I've heard rumor.
He brought a woman at his company to a Coldplay concert who is not his wife.
And that's how they were on the video?
Every time Chris Martin, the Coldplay man, sings one of these songs, Yellow, something, whatever.
Of course, Look at the Stars.
Yeah. Okay.
No, I know him.
Yeah. Okay, great. You know him. So then they put a camera on a really cute looking couple. He's holding her at the waist.
That's why. Okay.
Swaying back and forth.
Yeah.
They get caught. They physically jump to the ground and hide. Then it's found out that he has a full wife, kids, was fully cheating, took his mistress to the Coldplay concert. How do we feel about this man?
Not loving, dare I say hating.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get one thing straight. That's fucking crazy. Yo, everybody makes mistakes, but that's insane. When you, oh my God, when you have a family,
No, you're a piece of shit. He wrote an apology, Renee, and in the apology at the end, he basically kind of like blames Coldplay.
Like a public apology?
Yeah, he wrote a public apology.
Oh my God, you're not the Pope? What are you doing? Wait, he made like a Notes app apology? He's like an influencer who got canceled for saying a slur. What are we doing? Is this real?
How do you feel about Obama?
Really, really good looking guy.
Right?
To bag Michelle Obama? Hey, yo. To bag Michelle Obama? You got to be doing something right.
Travis Kelce.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I definitely know who that is.
Because of Taylor Swift.
Right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Elon Musk.
Oh my God. Literally roll over. I'm so sorry. Roll over. Roll over. And I know y'all are checking the internet now and you're checking people's phones when they go through customs and you're doing all that bullshit. Roll over. Roll over. Get fucked. All y'all. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. It is so fucking embarrassing. You are despicable. Despicable. It makes me so livid. Everyone who is in power is such a fucking joke.
Have you seen people who drive Teslas and they have this sticker on the back
saw
of
one
their Tesla
yesterday
where they're like, I bought this, I promised before.
I saw one yesterday and I loved it.
I know. My sister-in-law has it. I like rolled up to her house yesterday. I was like, queen.
Saw it and loved it.
Okay, you recently said that sex is amazing for you right now.
Yeah.
Tell us, the daddy gang, like what could we be doing better?
I don't take SSRIs anymore. For me personally, I was like, I'm good on it. I don't think that I want that at that point in my life. That helped. And also I stopped taking birth control because that shit is poison.
Let's transition to a different type of sex.
'Kay.
Sex lives of college girls.
Right.
We made it.
Sex.
Okay. Explain to me.
Yes.
What happened? Why did you depart?
It was just so fun. It was so
You're like,
fun.
who texted me?
And like, it was so fun. It was awesome.
What was the final straw? Come on.
It was just so fun. It was just so fun.
Did you sign an NDA?
I've signed many. I've signed many, bro.
How did Renee?
Genuinely, I have signed many. Yeah.
How did people take it on the show when you announced that you were leaving?
Fine.
They were like, get out, bitch.
Fine. Yeah. Like, I think totally fine.
They were ready for you to go.
I think that sometimes you just know.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you just know. Also, like, nothing on a set is ever a secret. Like, at least it's really hard to do that. Like, also, I was the last one finding out about things, so I think that I don't really think anybody cared, to be honest. I'm sure somebody did, but I don't care.
The lyric in your new song says, quote,
Yes.
I took my sex life with me.
Yeah.
Now the show ain't fucking.
Yeah.
Did anyone try to stop you from putting that lyric in the song?
No.
Okay, so I love everyone around you.
No. God forbid I use wordplay. God forbid a girl uses wordplay. I look, similar to all the bullshit. Like, what am I to do if not like make music that is genuinely reflective of my life? It just is.
Call Her Daddy is brought to you by T-Mobile. Have you ever met someone and they're the total package, right? Well, that's what it's like being with T-Mobile. You will not believe what you can get with Magenta Status, Daddy Gang. First off, it's amazing coverage, okay? You're connected
wherever life takes you, at home, overseas, in the air, even off the grid. Plus, you get unbeatable value from day one. And that's not even the best part. You can get perks on travel, dining, concerts, streaming, and more. With T-Mobile, you're a member with Magenta status from day one, Daddy Gang. So experience amazing value, next level connectivity, and access to exclusive benefits. With T-Mobile, you can have it all. No more settling. We do not settle, Daddy Gang. I love having T-Mobile because it means I have access to Wi-Fi on planes, which is without a doubt necessary right now. Even as I'm heading off to a random trip, I'm like, boom, tuning in, boom, thank you, T-Mobile. Plus, with Magenta status, there are amazing restaurant perks. And when I'm in a new city, I always want to try and just get the best local cuisine. So experience Magenta status at T-Mobile.com/benefits.
Okay, I'm going to ask you a lot of random questions.
Go.
Now that these aren't already random.
Go, please.
And I just want your
please.
answers.
Okay, give me.
What's the most recent things your friends have made fun of you for?
I said recently to all of my friends that I was like, you guys, let's get real. Like, I'm the glue. And they were like, excuse you? And I was like, I know it's bitchy. I understand it sounds conceited, but I need you guys to all get fucking serious and tell me, like, let's talk about it. I'm the glue. Like, I'm making the plans. I'm holding this bitch together. And all my friends were like, you are so fucking crazy. That is such an obscene thing to say. And I was like, just chew on it and then come back to me. Let me know if you think I'm the glue. Everyone, whether reluctant or not, agreed that in a sense, I am the glue. But I did get clowned for it.
And because you're making such like a pretty big statement about yourself.
Of course.
But it's honest.
And I'm not saying I'm God's gift. I'm just saying, like,
you're the glue.
I make a dinner reservation every once in a while.
And that's huge in a friend group.
That's big. I'm like, what are we doing? You know? Everybody's like, should we do this? Should we do this? I'm like, no, let's go.
Fuck, marry, kill.
Sure.
Ellen DeGeneres.
Right.
Rosie O'Donnell.
Right.
Jojo Siwa.
Oh my God. Okay, well, marry Ellen DeGeneres. Nemo is my favorite film of all time. And that is single-handedly one of the best voiceover acting jobs we have seen and maybe we'll ever see to date. There is truly nothing like it, and we are not talking about it enough. Marry Ellen in this scenario or any.
Okay.
Who are the other ones?
Rosie O'Donnell and Jojo Siwa.
For the purpose of this exercise, oh my God, I'll fuck on Rosie O'Donnell. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think.
Okay. So we're killing Jojo.
Yeah.
Okay.
But God bless.
God bless.
God bless.
God bless. Okay. What would you do if you were forced to have dinner with a straight white man whose personality revolved around Joe Rogan being his religion?
I need you to tell me something. Who the fuck is Joe Rogan? Because I saw a TikTok using his name today, and I was like, what is that? And that was not the first time I'd heard this name, but I'm not sure who that is. He's not in Ocean's 11.
No,
Who is this?
Have you ever watched Fear Factor?
No, what's that?
Do you know what the UFC is?
What is this? The UFC, like UFC fights? He's a fighter?
Well, I don't know. He has a podcast.
He's my height. I guess you don't have to be tall to be a fighter.
We're moving on.
Yeah.
You and Amy Poehler recently bonded over disliking boys who do backflips. Okay, is Benson Boone the exception or is he the reason for the trauma?
God damn it. Okay, I texted Benson about this because I was like, listen, God damn it. I was like, first of all, Amy and I's conversation, obsessed with her. Wow. There's truly nobody better. The duo of her and Tina together is one that will go down in history. They are the nicest people alive and so fucking funny. This conversation with Amy and I came from somehow, we started talking about SVU, which I know that you just don't even get me started on Rishk. No. Don't even fucking talk to me about Rishk.
She walked in here, life changed.
Was freaking out. I was freaking out.
Renee.
I thought I was going to literally off myself.
Imagine me meeting her.
Not Rishk.
Shit myself.
Woo! I was like, oh my God, I watch her every night.
She is everything.
No, she's perfect.
Okay,
she's perfect.
So
anyway,
we're talking about SVU.
We're talking about SVU, and then we got into how much I love Christopher Maloney, and then we started talking about this picture of Christopher Maloney in a split for a Men's Health spread at one point.
Oh God.
And I was like, look at this. He's in a split. I love Christopher Maloney, but I was like, I don't like when guys do splits. And so we started talking about flexible men. And I said that the reason for me disliking when men do like flips or splits or tricks or little like acrobatic things, it reminds me of the musical theater straight boy who is not very talented, but bags every hot bitch in the cast in high school.
Okay.
This is an archetype in musical theater that disrupts me to my core. And they're always flipping, or they always have a trick. They can always do an aerial or something. And they're not talented, but they can flip. And so I get deeply disturbed when men do splits or anything acrobatic now, because I'm like, this is taking me back to a place that I worked really hard to escape from.
So Benson is the exception.
Benson can flip. Listen.
He's not the reason for the trauma.
No, my God, no. Listen, he can flip. He can flip all he wants.
What straight behavior should be illegal?
All of it.
Okay. You're stuck in a group therapy session.
Sure.
With your most recent ex, your hometown homophobe, and your childhood bully. Who do you make cry first?
Oh my God. I'm like totally going for my childhood bully. That one's been like waiting a long time coming. That one's been a long time. Actually, wait, I take it back. I kind of forgive her.
Really?
I don't know. The childhood thing is difficult because I am a full believer that kids are assholes and kids are not only like going through so much shift, but also like hate themselves at the same time as like trying to figure out who they are. So I do have some like grace there. So maybe I wouldn't make my childhood bully cry because I would get it a little bit. I'd be like, it's okay, all good, people can change. I don't know. I might hit a 3-peat. I might get them like all at once. I might be like, y'all all fucking busted. Ugly, not talented, boring. Just do. Yeah.
Take them all out.
All out at once.
I love that for you.
Yeah.
Closure.
Right, exactly. Exactly.
What is the most lesbian thing about you?
I genuinely think the most lesbian thing about me is, it's so funny. I think like Toa said this to me the other day. She was like, you are so fucking gay. She was like, you are so much gayer than I am. And I was like, excuse me. I was like, what are you talking about? Look at you. I was like, are we dead ass right now? And she was like, no, you are so much gayer than I am. And I was like, why? And she was like, you are so deeply repulsed by dick. It is insane. And it's true. I like can't even, it makes my stomach turn. It makes me sick to my stomach. I don't understand it. I can't get behind it. I don't like the shape. I don't like the fact that it's I hate it. It makes me like deeply upset and like sick to my stomach. Are you aware of something called dorking?
No.
Yeah, don't be. Well, you might be fine with this. It's, oh my God, I'm like getting like viscerally sick thinking about it.
What is it?
It's like where like people with like dicks, like, oh, they like twerk with they like dance basically. I just found out about it and I was like, you all are fucking repulsive. You have to stop that right now. I feel assaulted just by hearing it. Just by hearing it.
They're swinging their wieners around.
Hate. I like can't do it. And there's like, I think like when you're like so like gay or so like lesbian, you can like make jokes about it and it's like he. I'm like, no, literally not at all. It makes me sick to my stomach. I've like just warmed up to it to where I like can hear it. But I think that's the most lesbian thing about me is it makes me viscerally upset. Like there's like a deep
It's like
fear.
A guttural.
It's
like,
really, yeah.
It's coming up.
I'm like, literally stop it right now.
We're moving on. Let's talk about your music.
Oh, sure.
How did you feel with the internet harassing you that you weren't coming out with music fast enough?
It's nice. It's nice. I think it's really, to be honest, for me, it was really actually quite affirming to know that people care, because I live in my head pretty much 24/7. Like I was texting Cara earlier and I was like, I'm literally so depressed I can't like do anything. I don't want to move. I live in my head all the time. So seeing that fans of mine like were like super funny about asking for new music and also really like endearing, I was like, honestly, I gotta be real, like that feels so nice to hear.
And were you ever feeling pressured, like, fuck, I need to hurry up and write and get stuff out? Or no, you were like, it's coming?
Yes, but not by them. Okay. Not by them.
Why? By
at
who?
all. Just like, I think like a lot of people who I work with were like, okay, let's like put something out. And I was like, fuck, okay, I have to. And then I was like, wait, own free will. Just remembered I have it. Yeah. No, not going to.
Wait, and how long did you spend writing this album?
Almost 2 years.
2 years. So during this whole hiatus, you've been like slowly working on this. So it wasn't like a 1 week you banged it out and then you're like, okay, put it up.
No. Oh my God. It was a long process. And frankly, I would have taken so much longer if everybody hadn't been like, hey, about that time.
How you doing?
But I live in my head 24/7. So I would sit and ruminate on songs for the next 10 years if you let me.
Yeah.
You know?
What lyric from this album were you the most conflicted about putting out?
Well, the general answer is like all of them.
Yeah.
Because there's like a difference. So when I'm like writing them, I love writing very personally and like very how I feel, because that's what it's meant to be, right? And then months later down the line, I start to get like, oh my God, like I have to release like every single like good, bad, amazing, embarrassing part about me that I've put on this album out into the world, and just let everyone have it and hope that they will receive it with open arms, understanding, and like see me as a full person. And I think that's where it starts to get a bit scary if I think about it too much.
What is one song that was possibly not going to make it on?
We almost didn't. Well, Wouldn't You? We like that Wouldn't You is the last song that I was like, okay, we can put this on the album.
But I feel like that was good because it like concluded it almost.
That's kind of the conclusion that we came to.
Yeah.
We wrote that song when I was really, really, really stressed, and I was on a trip in Nashville writing. And also I think like Wouldn't You, like the cheeky line about like I would never cheat again. That was another one where like writing it, I was like, oh my God, this feels so good to like get all of this shit out. I feel so like relieved to be able to like poke fun at something so horrible that happened to me and make light of it, and something that I did at one point that I'm not proud of. Like I was like, this feels so fucking good to get out. And then like months later, I was like, oh my God, like what if it isn't received in the right way? Oh my God, like I can't, like I don't know if I want to put that much of my personal life out there. I don't know what I did. And then ultimately what I always come back to is just like, no one knows every intimate detail of my life. That is how it should be. That is okay. I made something that I am really proud of. And as a songwriter and an artist, I want to make things that are who I am holistically as a person. So anytime I start to like tweak out about something or get worried about like putting a line on, I'm like, yeah, but like this is what I do, and this is my job, and this is what I love, and this is also how I like expressing myself. And also I poke fun at bullshit I do all the time.
Yeah.
So like I'm gonna also do that in music, because it is what it is.
Do you ever give exes a heads up that they will be talked about?
No, I don't talk to them.
Okay.
No.
What is Toa's favorite song on the album?
I'm calling her. Hi, sweetie. Hey, can I ask you a question? What is your favorite song on my album, and why is it everything? But also, if you had to pick one specific song, what would you say that it is? Okay, she said it's either That's So Funny or At Least I'm Hot. Good choices, sweets. Good choices. Okay, I love you. Oh, or Shy. Okay, she loves the whole thing.
Okay.
She loves the whole, God forbid she has taste. I love you. Okay, bye.
What songs are you most excited to perform for your fans?
I'm really excited to perform Shy. I think Shy is so...
It's really good.
Oh, God. That's just like... I'm like such a sucker for like a really nice hook and a good chord progression.
Okay,
so
but
Shy,
Gone...
I know.
You know how I feel about you with like your singing. Like last time when you sang for us, I was like crying because your voice, Renee, you could strip every single fucking instrument out, and your voice, my jaw is to the floor every fucking time. So when I heard Gone, I was like, there she is. There she is. No, it's truly like, thank you for giving us this piece of work, and thank you for sitting down with me again, and we need to do it again in 2 fucking years.
Thanks, dude. I know we do it every 2 years.
Every 2 years. It's like a little tradition. We'll see where you're at next.
Love.
Maybe in 2 years you'll come out with another album.
Probably.
Maybe 4.
Fuck.
It'll take you a little longer maybe next time.
God damn it.
Shorter.
I don't know. No. I don't know, bro. Maybe.
Dude, thank you.
Thanks, man.
You're amazing.
Thanks for having me.
Love you.